guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you some books that I wrote that I know will help you on your healing journey, okay? Now, let's just get into this. So I am a writer, and I've written books to help people heal from toxic relationships. And I'm going to share those with you guys, all right? They're all available on Amazon.com. In the description, I left a link that sends you to my author page. And on my author page, all the books that I've written and that are published there are available. The books are available on hard copy, and they're also available in ebook form. And pretty soon they'll be on Audible too. I'll let you know when that happens. And then I'll update the descriptions for that as well. All right, so let's talk about the first book, and that's the XFactor Poetry Edition, Volume 1. I found a creative way to keep my reader engaged in the book while also learning valuable lessons about relationships. So the first half of the book is about 80 poems that I wrote, and they all describe toxic relationships and behaviors that we can have. So you'll probably find yourself in several or many of these poems, actually. And then there's a second half of the book that I call Reflection and Progression. And what that does is it goes back to each poem and it breaks each poem down, and it talks about what's going on in that poem relationally and how that person can resolve those toxic patterns so that they won't keep repeating them in relationships to come. So this book right here talks a lot about narcissistic abuse. That relationship stems from a lot of the poetry that I wrote in this book. So if you're recovering from narcissistic abuse, you're going to feel right at home in this book right here. Okay? So it's a book that it describes you when you are in the relationship and you're doing the toxic behaviors. So maybe you haven't left yet, or you're pondering it, or the relationship is about to end. And hence I say the end of the relationship is the beginning of a better relationship with yourself. Illuminate. And that is the subtitle to the book. Because sometimes we view the end of a relationship as this horrible doomsday and this horrible thing in our life, when it could actually be propelling you into your best or better version. Okay? And that's what I'm promoting in that book, for us to change our perceptions about ending relationships. Ending relationships end all the time. It's a part of life. And some people are so devastated by it. So this book is trying to help you see the toxic patterns that led to the ending of the relationship, but to also help you have a peace about making peace with ending relationships, period. Okay? Because you shouldn't be devastated by it. It happens. And it happens for your good. Okay? Now, the next one that I want to talk about is the XFactor Poetry Edition, Volume 2. Now, as you can see, there's a lotus flower here on this book. And the subtitle for this book is, Now That You Have Left That Relationship, Let's Fill, Reveal, and Heal. So this book is talking about, okay, I've seen the toxic patterns, and now I've decided to make the correct and a healthy decision of going ahead and leaving that toxic relationship. Now I'm rolling up my sleeves and I'm ready to do the work and become really insightful about myself. Like get down in the trenches and really understand the root of the problem. Okay, that relationship ended, and here's the surface of why. But what was going on? And what is it about me and my subconscious and my behaviors that's causing these toxic relationships? So this book, just like the other one, extremely inward as far as reflection and looking back, even all the way into your childhood. This book takes you all the way back into there. Okay, because your childhood, if you didn't know it, it does have something to do with how you interact today with people and in your relationships. All right? So lotus flowers, they grow out of the mud. So you're coming out of this muddy place, this toxic relationship, and you're growing into this beautiful flower now. And that's why the last word in this book is flourish. You're going to be flourishing by the end. Let's talk about my next book. This one is called Silent Tears. It is a book written by a sexual assault survivor for other people who are survivors of sexual abuse, basically. And is speaking to the humanistic side of things because, like I said in another video, we have lots of pamphlets and statistics about sexual assaults. We know it's bad and who's doing it and all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. But survivors need someone to talk to their spirit and their soul when it has been violated in this way. So I have activities in here and just all the tools that I've used in my healing process, and I just give so much advice in here and things that we have to deal with when we've gone through this type of abuse and how we can heal from it. All right, but it's very personal. When you read this, you're gonna feel like you're talking to someone personally. And it gives you a chance to privately have a type of therapy. Maybe some people don't want to talk and out and open about this. You can get a book and read it in private. And, you know, this is a form of therapy for you. Okay? All right, so the last book I have here is called The Beauty of the Eye. Come on a poetic journey of experiences in a third-eyed world. This book right here is about enlightenment. You know, when you've gone through all these toxic situations, you're just coming out of it a whole nother person. Your eye is open now. You're seeing the world differently. Like, you're just so much wiser. And that's what this book is about. Wisdom. Lots and lots of wisdom. Lots of pearls. So in the book, I say, read the book with your third eye. You might not catch everything right away. You might even have to read it twice, but it's extremely creative. It's very intellectual. It's very intelligent, and it's very artsy. It's a great read and very informative as well. Like, you're going to read it, and it's going to give you some things to think about in the world around us and relationships. Still relationship focused in the whole world as well. So really great books that I wanted to share with you guys, all right? I personally love the arts. I love expression. I love music. I love museums. Like, I love plays. I just love these things, all right? So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope it helps you. If you read any of my books, let me know in a comment. If you do buy them, thank you for your support, and I'm sure you will be happy and pleased that you did. So until next time, take care, guys.